How to audit your Pinterest strategy, the pins. Hey Pinners, it's Michelle Held from PinTalk.net, and this is video number 3 in an 8-part series on how to audit your Pinterest strategy. Today we're covering the pins, and I'm going to switch to a screen share and show you optimum pins and image sizes, and I have blog posts and graphics that go with it. It goes with this video, and it's on my website, PinTalk.net. But let's switch to a screen share, and I can show you from desktop Pinterest how to get that optimum pin up on your business account. So we came over to a screen share, and if you were here for video number 2, which was about your Pinterest boards, you remember this slide. So we're going to advance to pins, which we touched a little bit about in the previous video in this series, but this part is just about pins, not going to cover boards here. So I'm talking about an ideal pin, and a lot of this is going to be about the image size and aspect ratio. So this is for editing an established pin, but it's a good way to show you components of a pin. So on the right, if you look at the mouse, you see that is my image that goes with a pin, and that, like Instagram, is required. You have to have an image on Pinterest, and a vertical image is ideal over something that is a horizontal aspect ratio. So our book cover here is taller than it is wide. And I go for a 2:3 aspect ratio, although there are a few others that work, and I'll show you this in a couple of slides coming up. We have on top is our title, and then if your board that you're pinning this to has a section, you can choose this section here, but that is optional. But it's a good way to organize a larger board with lots and lots of pins. Sorry, excuse me, this is the title down here. I said it wrong. Board name up top that I'm pinning to. This is a PowerPoint that I'm showing you too, so it's just a still. I'm going to switch over to Pinterest and show you these things in action, but sorry. So board that I'm pinning to on top, the section of the board, and then the title here. And then we have our description down at the bottom of 500 characters in our description. We can also add hashtags here. You want to use up as much of this description area as possible and add like up to 20 relevant hashtags, but don't stuff this. Make it a good description that's relevant. Just like Google SEO, don't keyword stuff so you don't upset the users. All right, so if we come here, we see our sections of the pins. This, if you're actually going to pin, you want to add your title. If you do not add a title, so it's optional, if you don't add your title, Pinterest is going to grab about the first 30 to 50 characters of your text area and create a title for you. So you have the option to control that, and you should make this an eye-catching, attention-getting title up top. So don't skip adding a title. Here's where you choose the board. Here's where you fill in your 500 character description. Don't forget a destination link down here, because if you have kind of a useless pin, if your goal is to drive website traffic and there's no link to your website, then you've already sort of defeated yourself, right? And here's where you're going to add your image. You can save it from the site. What I like to do on the bottom of my Pinterest tutorials, I have a WordPress site, so my theme up top is the what you call it, featured image for the post is a horizontal aspect ratio. So what I do is add a big vertical image at the bottom, the very bottom, and that is what I pin from a page. So you can add more than one image to your web page if you want to go for a save for a site. For my videos, I'm creating a thumbnail image specifically for the video. Here's text. So character counts for your ideal pin. Title, 100 characters max. It's a little on the long side. Try to get your title and your keyword right up front like you would for Google SEO, and go for like 30 to 50 characters. Description, 500 characters max, and same thing, put the important info in the first 50 to 60 because we have a bit of a preview of characters. Visual search, real quick, I gotta back up. Something I didn't touch on, don't put your logo down in the lower right corner, and the reason is because that interferes with our visual search tool. When you open up Pinterest, that tool can be down in the right hand corner, and then your logo will be covered up by it. So this is the reason why you want to have really nice, clear images, because Pinterest users have the option to drag the visual search tool around and find your pin that way too. So remember, we're always optimizing the image, optimizing the title, and then the description itself, but we also want to make sure that our image is something that's clear and can be used for search as well. So don't forget all the tools that we have available to us. Product pins or buyable pins. This is if you can actually shop off of your website, and this is dependent upon markup data. So here's a price right here, and this can reflect your stock and your pricing. And here's our visual search tool camped right in the lower right corner. This is the reason why you don't want your logo there. But the difference between these two pins, this one is optimized for buying, this one is not. Pretty much the same shoe, but you can see a price and shopping options here. Here's our link, here's our price, our description. No price, no link, no description. This is a much better optimization pin on the right hand side. Here's Shop the Look pins, and this is where you have these dots that show up. Kind of the same idea as our visual search here, but it's another tool. So Pinterest users can, or Pinterest, the board owner or account owner or business account can have the different items tagged, and then you can actually shop those by clicking on the dot. So you can see that going on right here. Tap the dot on the shirt, and then you get your shopping options. This is something you have to optimize, and I can write about that in a future tutorial. Tagging, Pinterest sort of has a love-hate relationship with affiliates, but this is, if you do affiliate marketing, you could actually add affiliate links and tag them in pins. So here is a t-shirt that we have for sale off a different website, and it is tagged. It's a little bit tough to work with tagging, but you can tag products, and then here they are in their different colors and sizes, and then for sale. And you want to make sure you have your business URL, and then you tag each product, and I could create a carousel with my different sizes. Rich pins. Now, so this is really something that is on your website side. You have to have metadata on your, or markup data on your website. If you're using WordPress, this is a matter of some plugins and then having the proper information on the web page itself. But don't miss out on these rich pins for Pinterest. App pins, product, recipe, article pins. It gives you metadata, colorful images, and if you are into food recipes, you get this really big area and lots of real estate in your pin, so don't miss out on that one. It just takes, some things just take a little bit extra effort. So ideal pin, 20 hashtags. Remember, don't delete boards. We said that in the previous video. Cohesive pins on boards. So what I mean by that is, if you have a board that's about dinner recipes, make sure all the pins on that board are truly about dinner, and don't put in breakfast recipes or something about what you wear on Saturday mornings or outfits. Stick to the topic. Random boards are okay on your account, so if you want to show a little personality or have some information, extraneous information, or even user-generated content, great, but save it to a different board. So don't pollute a board with things that are off topic. And yes, you can have multiple accounts, but only one of them is going to be verified per website. So here is my Pinterest, and I hope that you connect with me here and follow me. So here's my boards, and let's look at, there's my Pinterest tutorials board. That's my most important board. So here is how to fix your Pinterest home feed. So here's a pin. It's an ideal pin. I'm using a vertical aspect ratio pin. It's not tagged because there's no marketing here from it. I fill out the description to describe it. It's actually a lot of text taken from the blog post that it goes with. This is if I want to change the board. I have my link and title. It goes right here. You could use these two. I was a little bit lazy here. You have an opportunity for two different messages. So I have my title that I want to be found for text search. But I can also use a different title here to add additional messaging. I could also add an overlay here. And here is our visual search tool to drag around, and I don't have my logo there because that would be in the way. So that's my pin. Let's back up, and I'll see that video pin that I mentioned. Let's go to my video pin here. You see there's going to be, or you can hear there's some noise. So this is a pin I put up probably the first week that Pinterest allowed video pins, and it's not really optimized. You know, if my text isn't too long, I just put a simple title because I was just seeing how the uploader worked. I wrote a tutorial on how to upload a video pin, right? That did really well. So you see it has 8,000 views even though I didn't optimize it. My average user sticks around for 10 seconds. There's no real messaging here. I've saved this a few times. fabulous thing about video pins is that you get these lifetime stats. I have an idea of watch time, the number of views, how many people saved it, link clicks, and the close-ups. Close-ups are, I think, as much of an important metric as link clicks are, because this is what Pinterest users do. We look for a close-up. So there's your opportunity to add more messaging, and that can be one of your conversions, is how many close-ups do you get, not just the link clicks. Because if you're like me, you look at the close-up and then you might go to the website later on. So try video pins. Upload them with their own thumbnail that goes along with the aspect ratio of the pin, and you'll see that you can get a lot of engagement. Really simple. That's just something we shot it out of a backseat of an airplane. So here's pins here. Remember the ideal pin, vertical aspect ratio. You can see how much more they stand out than one here that's horizontal. These are easy to see. I make them red so they stand out. And so there you have an ideal pin. I hope you will stick around for number 4. Coming up next, I actually think we might be doing SEO in video number 4. I have to check the agenda. There you have it, pinners. That's how to pin or save the optimum pin. It's a lot about the image, text, hashtags, of course, link over to your site. I hope you got to see video number 1, which is an account overview, and video number 2, which is about optimum and auditing your Pinterest boards. So this 8-part series is just about making sure you have your Pinterest account going in the right direction so you can get the ROI that you're looking for your business and use Pinterest as part of your marketing strategy. Carry on, pinners.